Hey, Groovy Earthlings, welcome to this episode of This Is How She Do It. Boom, 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 boom. This is how she do it. Shout a little out, loud, loud. Today I'm going to be replacing a previous toupee with the brand new toupee on my loyal client. I asked him to grow his hair out a little longer around the sides and the back because I am doing the MicroLink attachment method this time instead of using the glue. As you can see, it takes a lot of products and a lot of work to remove all the glue from using extended wear toupees. So I use 99% alcohol first to loosen it up, and then I use the bond remover oil on there to work it through the glue really good. And once I feel the glue getting squishy, then I scratch it with my fingers, loosen it up some. And then what you want to do is get a comb with the smallest end that you could find, and you just comb it through the hair. Just run it through the hair. Just keep combing it through. Wipe the excess off on a towel and just keep combing. The glue should be almost liquefied. Okay, this is how I mark where I'm going to put the toupee. You can use a regular black eyeliner. It's the same thing. I just wanted to show that. Okay, this is the toupee that he chose to use. It has a poly skin scalp. He uses that because he's an athlete. He works out and he sweats a lot, so it works better for him. Okay, these are the microbeads, and these are the microbeads that I put on the hook to apply to his hair. These are the clippers that I use to push his hairline back just a little bit, because I am going to be using some glue right along the very front of his hairline so that it could look natural. Okay, so those are the MicroLinks, and those are the tools to clip the MicroLinks. And what you do is just put the MicroLinks right next to each other, and you're going in a circle. So you're looping it through with the tool, putting the MicroLink on, and then you're using the red tool to clamp the MicroLink down. I threaded a needle. I use upholstery thread because it's more durable, and you're going to loop the thread through the hooks and sew it around in a circle. I'm assuming you can sew if you're watching this instructional video. Okay, so you saw me get the toupee measured out like I wanted. And I'm just going to leave a little bit of an overlap, as you can see, and then sew it around the perimeter into the circle that I made with the thread and the MicroLinks. And you want to pull it tight, but not too tight where they're uncomfortable. And I'm going around in a complete circle because he does have a little bit of hair in the front. So we're going to use that for an extra anchor so that the toupee won't be rocking back and forth. And then we're going to get prepared to go around for a second time. Now this time we're going to reinforce it just around the horseshoe. We're not going to go across the front anymore because the front is going to have some adhesive on there to keep it stable. But we are going to double around the horseshoe, and this time we're going to go in between the MicroLinks and sew it down to the thread that's in between the MicroLinks. When you do it that way, you create a firm foundation, and the person can actually shampoo their hair, they can swim, they can do everything that they would like to do that most people can't do when they're wearing glued on toupees, because sometimes they do come up. But this is almost a foolproof way to keep the toupee on, especially if you have athletes who wear toupees. Okay, so I've gotten the unit sewn down. I'm going to prepare to give him a custom cut. He likes the buzz cut look. So I'm prepping his forehead with the 99% alcohol and the scalp protector. That's the glue I like to use, the Bold Hold Active Wear. It works really well. I get a spatula and I apply the lace bonding glue along his forehead. I do a thin layer, and then I take on the poly skin unit, I apply a thin layer of the lace bond glue as well. You don't want to use a hot dryer to dry the glue, so I like to use my little personal fan. I turn it up on 5, and it emits cold air, and that allows the glue to dry and still remain tacky and not melted. That's a great hack that I discovered, and I just love it because that I used to have a problem with that. Okay, so you're gonna roll the toupee down in the front and press it down toward the forehead. Roll it toward the forehead so that the hair can catch the excess glue. It creates an uneven hairline, and that's what makes it look more natural. I saw a little piece that I missed, bringing his hairline down. So I just put a little more of the glue, and I'm drying it again with the personal fan. And then I'm going to rub that down. Okay, now we're ready to roll. Okay, I'm going to do his haircut. I used my number 2 guard on the clippers at first, but it was snagging, so I took it off, and I just have the clipper guards at the highest level. And you don't want to chop down into the hair too deep. What I did is went across the top of the hair, starting from the crown, almost close to the crown of his hair, and then I just kind of slid it down cautiously, because once that hair is cut, then you can't do anything. And then I go back with my scissors, and like I said, I'm giving him a buzz cut. This is another angle. I just wanted to catch it from the side to see how I'm sliding my scissors forward to create that buzz cut look without it being choppy, and it has a razor cut effect that really helps to blend the toupee in better. So yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going through and sliding my scissors down, creating a razor cut effect to make the hairline look as natural as possible, whether he has it combed forward or he prefers to have it combed back away from his face. But just in case, his hair could be wet, so if it falls forward, we still want it to look nice either way, because the goal is for this thing to look natural. And I'm so appreciative of Antonio. When he walks into the room, he tells me to set my camera up. He was like, you got to record this. The world needs to know about your skill, because it's so hard for me to get people to actually allow me to do this on camera, because my work is so immaculate and it's so realistic looking. No one will admit that they have a toupee on, and I don't blame him, because that's the whole point of me going through the trouble that I do to do the blending that I do to make it look natural, where you can stand right in front of someone and they wouldn't know that you were wearing a toupee. So I take pride in that. So I understand why some people won't allow me to. So I thank him for being my model, being my Ken doll, so to speak. So yes, he likes to leave it kind of heavy around the top of his crown, so I just go and taper his sides and this back down for him, and then line him up really good. His hair is white across the bottom, so it looks like there's no hair down there, but it's actually white. Well, you can see it now. Yeah, now you can see it. Okay, I'm just showing what it looks like before I put some mousse on it and comb it back and set his hair. Very natural looking, blend exactly with his hair. When I do consultations, that's one thing we do, is a color match, color and texture match. Yes, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, all right. See, he like it combed back. Looking like George Clooney and all them other handsome Hollywood guys. Yeah, that's my dog, Antonio. I appreciate him so much. I ain't mean to mess his hair up like that, but I just had to show how realistic this looks.